The clay courts are now behind us as we turn our attention to the grass season with Wimbledon just a few weeks away. So that being said, guys, in this video, we're looking at the WTA Tour and kind of who are the favorites and a little bit of a preview, if you will, for this year's Wimbledon Championships as we get this grass court season kicked off. So guys, the big headline here really for this video is going to be who's going to win it? Because, guys, if you've been following along, it's somebody different almost every single year anymore. It's been a minute since we've seen somebody win this tournament twice. As a matter of fact, just look at last year, Barbora Krejcikova winning this tournament, guys. Nobody had that one circled on their bingo cards. The year before, Marketa Vondrousova got the job done. So this is kind of an interesting tournament every single year, guys, right? You're kind of always wondering, who's going to win it? Who's going to step up? I think really the big name out there, guys, when you're looking at this one is going to be Aryna Sabalenka, your world number one. First off, guys, best player on tour. I know that she didn't get the job done in that French Open final, had 70 unforced errors, and the way she handled herself afterwards wasn't necessarily the best. And that's kind of on the forefront of everybody's mind. But guys, make no mistake about it. She's been a dominant force this year on the tour. And not only that, too, guys, but her power game is built to win at Wimbledon. Now, of course, the other big name out there, and rightfully so for recency bias, is your French Open champion in Coco Gauff. But guys, one thing here, we've seen Gauff lose early on grass before, right? 2 years ago, I believe it was, out in the very first round. Last year was eliminated early. This surface, guys, it's one that she hasn't really figured out yet, but it is one, if she's playing on top of her game, I don't see why she can't make a run. But you guys know the big thing with Gauff. The serve, the forehand. When they're good, she wins. When they're bad, she loses. Now, outside of those two guys, I think that's where kind of things get interesting. You throw a few names out there. I really like Jessica Pegula on grass, for example. Her power game is very underrated, and she's somebody that last year had success on grass in the lead up to Wimbledon, was upset. So she's a name to keep an eye out on. And you also have other names out there. Right? I know Iga Swiatek doesn't get the credit that she deserves on grass because we haven't really seen a deep run. We saw her make the quarterfinals once. But if she's rolling, guys, she's a tough out. Make no mistake about it, and we're starting to see her find her game. Let's not also forget about Jasmine Paolini. You guys remember last year, Paolini finished runner-up at this event, and she is having a very good year, guys. I know started off a little bit slow, but played great on the clay courts as expected. She did dip out of the French Open a little early, but still, guys, she did win that Italian Open. She's still playing at a high level, and she did do very good at this tournament last year, so definitely somebody to keep an eye on. The one big name, too, that's floating out there, guys, is Elena Rybakina. She's won this tournament before, right? But it's been a rough year so far until the very last few weeks of the clay season. We saw her win a tune-up tournament just ahead of the French Open, played very well in the French Open. Rybakina's finding her game a little bit, guys, and this is a good surface for her. Remember, last year was a semifinalist at Wimbledon, so that's also a name to keep an eye out on. Also, guys, like names of people like a Qinwen Zhang, maybe an Elena Svitolina. If you're talking about big servers, which typically do well in the grass courts, how about this is a wild card? How about a Clara Tauson out there? Guys, there's so many names out there. The big headline for this one, guys, is we've seen so many different champions the last few years. Who steps up? Who captures this moment? It could be a number of players. Guys, this is a wide open tournament, in my opinion, for this year. Let's keep an eye out on these tune-up tournaments ahead of Wimbledon. Who's playing well as we get closer to that tournament? As we get closer to the date, guys, we're going to find a lot out on these grass courts, and I'm excited to see how it's all going to play itself out on the grass courts for the WTA Tour.